Have you ever wondered why two people can eat the exact same healthy food, prepared the exact same way, yet one slowly gets stronger, while the other quietly damages their blood vessels and kidneys without feeling a single warning sign? I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and what I'm about to share with you today may completely change how you look at one of the most trusted superfoods in American kitchens, especially if you're over 60 or caring for someone who is. Because the most dangerous health mistakes are not the ones that make you sick overnight. They're the ones that feel harmless, routine, even virtuous. The kind you repeat every week believing you're protecting your body, while in reality your kidneys are working harder. Your blood is getting thicker and silent damage is building up day after day. What makes this especially alarming is that many of my patients did everything right. They avoided junk food, ate more vegetables, followed mainstream health advice, and still found themselves facing rising creatinine, declining kidney function, or unexplained fatigue years later. Not because they chose the wrong food, but because they were never taught how to eat it safely. And that's exactly what this video is about. In the next few minutes, I'll show you why this healthy habit can quietly push your kidneys toward a point of no return. The 3 common combinations that turn a healing food into a hidden burden, and most importantly, how a few small changes in preparation can dramatically reduce stress on your kidneys and blood vessels without giving up the foods you enjoy. Because at this stage of life, health isn't about eating more or eating less. It's about eating smarter. And sometimes the difference between protection and damage comes down to just a few minutes. And one simple decision you've probably never questioned before. Stay with me. What you're about to learn could protect your kidneys for years to come. The first and most common mistake happens so quietly that almost no one questions it because it feels harmless, familiar, even comforting. You steam or boil your broccoli, put it on the plate, and then reach for chili sauce or a sweet dipping sauce to make it taste better. It feels like a small detail, just a condiment, something that couldn't possibly matter. But this is where the damage begins. I've seen this pattern again and again in my clinic. Patients who genuinely try to eat healthier, who proudly tell me they've cut back on meat and added more vegetables, yet their blood pressure keeps creeping up, their blood tests slowly worsen, and their kidneys show early signs of stress. When we trace their habits, one detail keeps repeating itself: vegetables paired with sugary, salty, acidic sauces, day after day, year after year. Here's what's really happening inside the body. Most chili sauces and sweet sauces contain a dangerous trio: added sugar, high sodium, and acidic preservatives. Sugar spikes insulin and promotes inflammation. Sodium increases fluid retention and raises blood pressure. Acidic compounds interfere with the stability of antioxidants inside the broccoli itself. Together, they don't just cancel out the benefits, they actively create conditions that make your blood thicker and your vessels less flexible. As blood becomes more viscous, it flows more slowly through the smallest vessels, including the microscopic filters inside your kidneys, called glomeruli. These filters are designed to work gently and continuously, not under pressure. When blood pressure rises and circulation becomes sluggish, those filters are forced to strain. Over time, they harden, scar, and lose efficiency. This process is slow, silent, and painless, which is exactly why it's so dangerous. Research consistently shows that high sodium intake alone can increase the workload on the kidneys by more than 20%, especially in adults over 60. Add sugar into the equation and the risk compounds further by increasing oxidative stress and accelerating vascular aging. This isn't theory, it's physiology, and it's happening in kitchens every single day. I remember one patient, a 67-year-old man who believed broccoli was his protective food. He ate it several times a week, always with a sweet chili sauce he loved. His labs showed rising creatinine and early protein leakage in his urine. When we removed the sauce, nothing else, his blood pressure stabilized within months, and his kidney markers stopped worsening. The food wasn't the problem. The pairing was. This mistake is especially dangerous for people over 60, and even more so if you have diabetes, hypertension, or a family history of kidney disease. At that stage of life, the kidneys don't bounce back quickly. What you overload today may not show consequences until years later, when reversal becomes difficult or impossible. The painful irony is that this habit feels like self-care. It tastes good. It feels rewarding. But pleasure in the mouth can translate into years of quiet strain deep inside the body. Eating broccoli with aggressive sauces doesn't make it more enjoyable. In the long run, it turns a healing food into a slow, invisible burden. But understanding this mistake alone still isn't enough because there is another combination that looks even healthier on the surface and yet causes deeper, longer-lasting damage that most people never see coming. After removing sugary sauces, many people feel relieved. They believe they fixed the problem. And that's exactly where the second mistake quietly slips in one that looks even healthier on the surface, especially in modern nutrition culture. Because what could be more wholesome than broccoli and milk green vegetables for detox? Milk for calcium and strong bones. It sounds like the perfect combination, especially for older adults trying to prevent osteoporosis. Some even blend them together into a morning smoothie, believing they're giving their body exactly what it needs. But inside the kidneys, this pairing tells a very different story. Broccoli naturally contains oxalates compounds that are harmless on their own when eaten properly. Milk, on the other hand, is rich in calcium. When oxalates and calcium meet inside the digestive system, they bind together to form calcium oxalate crystals. These crystals do not dissolve easily. Instead, they travel through the bloodstream and tend to settle where filtration is slowest and most delicate inside the kidneys. At first, nothing hurts. There's no warning sign. The crystals are microscopic like grains of sand, but over time they accumulate, they stick together, and slowly, silently, they begin forming kidney stones that can damage tissue, block urine flow, and permanently impair filtration. I once treated a 65-year-old woman who did everything right. She avoided fried food, exercised regularly, and drank a broccoli milk smoothie every morning for over a year. When she was rushed to the emergency room with severe flank pain, imaging revealed multiple calcium oxalate stones, some large enough to require intervention. What shocked her most wasn't the pain. It was learning that her healthiest habit had been the trigger. Science supports this pattern. Studies show that high oxalate intake combined with calcium at the same meal significantly increases urinary calcium oxalate levels, particularly in older adults whose kidney clearance has already declined with age. And once kidney tissue is damaged by recurring microcrystals, recovery is slow, sometimes incomplete. There's another layer most people never hear about. Milk contains casein, a protein that binds tightly to plant antioxidants. When broccoli is consumed with milk, many of its protective compounds never make it into the bloodstream. They pass through unused. The benefits you think you're getting never arrive while the kidneys still absorb the burden. This is why the damage feels so unfair. You invest in good food. You follow popular health advice, yet your body quietly pays the price. The solution isn't to fear broccoli or avoid milk forever. It's timing, separation, giving your body space to process one before introducing the other. A simple gap of 1 to 2 hours can dramatically reduce this risk. Small changes like this don't feel dramatic, but they protect organs that cannot easily repair themselves. And yet even this knowledge doesn't fully protect you, because there is one final combination that many older adults eat without hesitation. A pairing that overloads the digestive system, poisons the bloodstream, and forces the kidneys to work overtime in ways that most people never connect to food at all. But knowing this alone still isn't enough, because there is another factor, even more dangerous one, that blocks the body from the inside and accelerates kidney fatigue in silence. After learning about sauces and dairy, many people feel they've finally uncovered the hidden dangers. They start eating broccoli plain or lightly prepared and believe they're now completely safe. But this is where the third mistake hides, not in sweetness, not in creaminess, but in something most people associate with extra fiber and better digestion. Broccoli eaten together with dried radish or bamboo shoots. In many households, especially among older adults, this combination feels sensible. Crunchy vegetables help appetite. Fiber helps bowel movements. And pairing different vegetables together seems like the healthiest choice you could make. But for an aging digestive system, this mixture can quietly push the body past its limits. Broccoli already contains a high amount of insoluble fiber, the type that adds bulk and requires strong intestinal movement to pass through smoothly. Dried radish and bamboo shoots add even more coarse, rigid fiber. In younger bodies, this might not be a problem. But after the age of 60, intestinal motility can drop by nearly half. The muscles that move food forward become weaker and slower. When too much coarse fiber enters the gut at once, it doesn't move forward efficiently. It sits, it absorbs water, it swells, and instead of cleansing the system, it begins to stagnate. I've spoken with many older patients who thought they were doing everything right but complained of constant bloating pressure in the abdomen and unexplained fatigue after meals. One 70-year-old man told me he felt heavy and exhausted every afternoon, despite eating only vegetables for lunch. Imaging and stool studies showed slow intestinal transit and signs of toxin reabsorption waste products leaking back into the bloodstream instead of being eliminated. This is where the kidneys get pulled into the problem. When food stagnates and the gut harmful byproducts form, these toxins don't stay in the intestines. They cross into the blood and must be filtered out, and that job falls squarely on the kidneys. Instead of resting, the kidneys are forced to work overtime filtering substances that should never have reached the bloodstream in the first place. Studies in geriatric digestion show that excessive insoluble fiber intake without adequate hydration and motility increases intestinal fermentation and systemic toxin load. Over time, this contributes to low-grade inflammation, swelling fatigue, and gradual kidney stress, not in dramatic spikes, but in steady, quiet decline. What makes this mistake especially cruel is that it feels virtuous. You're eating vegetables. You're avoiding processed food. Yet inside, your body feels blocked, sluggish, and inflamed. Nutrients pass through too quickly to be absorbed, while toxins linger too long to be harmless. The very meal meant to cleanse you ends up clogging the system from within. The solution is not to fear fiber, but to respect timing, texture, and balance. Softer preparations, fewer coarse combinations at once, giving the gut a chance to move gently instead of forcing it to struggle. When digestion flows, the blood stays cleaner. And when the blood stays cleaner, the kidneys are finally allowed to rest. But even knowing these three mistakes is not the final step, because avoiding harm is only half the story. The real question is this: how do you prepare broccoli in a way that actively protects your kidneys instead of just avoiding damage? Because there is one approach that turns this ordinary vegetable into a powerful ally. And that final insight may determine whether your kidneys age under strain or age in strength. Before we finish, I want you to remember one important thing. If you've recognized yourself in any part of this video, that does not mean you failed. It means you're paying attention, and that's where real health begins. The body is remarkably forgiving when we give it the right conditions, especially when we act early and consistently. Kidney health isn't about perfection, it's about awareness. Small, thoughtful choices in your kitchen today can reduce strain, lower inflammation, and give your kidneys the rest they've quietly needed for years. You don't need extreme diets or expensive supplements. You need understanding patience and habits that work with your body instead of against it. If this video helped you see food in a new way, I encourage you to save it so you can come back to it later or share it with someone you care about. Many people don't realize their kidneys are under stress until it's too late, and one shared video can truly make a difference. And if you want to keep learning how to protect your kidneys, naturally slow down aging, and make smarter health decisions backed by real science, please subscribe to the channel. New videos are posted regularly to help you care for your body with clarity, not fear. Growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. With the right knowledge, it can mean becoming wiser, steadier, and more in control of your health than ever before. Take care of your kidneys, and they will take care of you quietly, faithfully, every single day. Thank you for watching, and I wish you strength, clarity, and lasting health in the years ahead.